Right, guys, hi there. My name is ZephyR. You saw me recently. I'm now in character. They've done makeup and stuff. Now I'm just going through a part now. I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen of the writer Stewie. And basically what's happened, Stewie's just come back. He was on Avenue U. He went to Tony's place, which is a donut shop, which they got a nice grill down. They do lovely food, and there's nothing Stewie likes more than going down there, and they've got a green sauce that's super important, but I'll come to that later. I've got to get to the point of all this. So Stewie's just had a meal down there. He didn't have a proper meal. He had a couple of fried eggs, sunny, and bacon soft, which is how he always orders it, but he had it on a French croissant. And he asked Nacho, the chef, who he's now recently, Nacho's been cooking for Stewie for like, fucking hell, probably 8 or 10 years at least. And I've just found out his name just recently. His name's Nacho, and it's like I just call him amigo, which means friend, and I think either way is good, either friend or you know him. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make, I've come back. I've got coffee start at the beginning. Tell them about the orchetta. Right, at Tony's place. Tony's place is like, it's fucking. I love going there. It's like you're in the 50s or something. 50s Brooklyn. But it feels like it's also got some Mexican vibe in there, or maybe it's Spanish Harlem. I don't know what it is. The music's all Latin. When they got the radio on, it's great. It's really crazy, like Latin music. Some of it's very traditional. Some of it's like really bad pop music from England, like Eurovision Song Contest, sort of bad, but cool because it's like Latino, or I don't know if that's the right word. It's South America. The rhythms are all very interesting. Anyway, I love to go there for the music, but sometimes they got TV on. Now, if the TV's on, there'll be one of two things on. Either there'll be football on, and when I say football, I mean proper football that play with your fucking foot and ball. It's called football for a reason, American people. American football should be handball. Or, big men with pads trying to play rugby, which in England, well, more in probably Wales. I think the Welsh are the toughest rugby team, but I don't know. I'll have to ask my brother-in-law, Steve. I was going to say my brother, but my brother's not really into rugby, but my brother-in-law is into rugby. And Stevie Weavy will know exactly. He'll tell me. I just need to call him up and just say, Steve, can I ask you something about rugby? And he'll go, yeah. They're all gay, aren't they? And he'd go, no, I say, no, that's not what I'm going to say. I was trying to say, who are the toughest out of the rugby teams? Is it the All Blacks, and are they all black, in fact, or is that just their kit? Are they all black men? Can you be white and be an All Black? Or are you all white if you're all right on the night? I'll be all white on the night. Jonathan Wass, I'm all white, you're all white, everyone's all white. All white then, let's get on. Well, that's fine if you're all white, but what if you're not all white and you've got some friends that are black, or they've been blacklisted or blackballed, or they're a blackbird in the dead of night? Paul McCartney, genius. Sounds like he's singing a little song, or the little blackbird singing a song, but Paul McCartney's writing about civil fucking rights. But no one ever, all the Lennon people, John's so political, John's the one. Paul's doing it on a different fucking level. Paul's always been doing it. Paul McCart horse, we call him in the trade. He's hung like a horse, and he pulls like a cart horse. Meaning Paul drives the band. Look at him drive the Beatles. Did you see that film where he's the one saying, come on, let's get going, come on, Ringo. It goes like this. Paul's like done so much fucking cocaine in that fucking, or he's on something. There's no way Paul McCartney was straight. And you know what I'm implying? Because I don't know, I can't go there yet. I'm a big Paul McCartney fan. I love Paul McCartney. I'm one of the ones who has argued. I had a friend. I have a friend called Gary Hood. He's a lovely man. I love him to bits, like a brother. We've been on the road together. I'm going to get emotional now. I'm an actor. I'm acting. Watch me cry. We've been on the road together, and we've cried. We felt real pain of our childhoods, and we talked about it. I'm acting. And do you think I'm doing a good job? I'm actually crying as well. I mean, I'm crying tears. I am crying tears. Look, they're real tears, genuine. Very red around the eyes. You can easily get that. You just rub shit around your eyes before you start. Or someone smokes something around you. Because I never used to smoke drugs, but I was around lots of people that did. My mate Gary, I'm not saying he does or he doesn't, but but I've been around a lot of people similar to Gary that do things. I'm not saying Gary does anything. Why do you keep? Why are you saying this as if I'm trying to get Gary in trouble? You don't have to. Gazza's awesome. I love him to bits, and there's no, whatever he does or doesn't do is none of my fucking business. But I will say this: I tell you what, mate. I've been doing some things lately. A lot of thinking about my childhood, and I've been doing a lot of crying too. But from that, anyway. So look, I've got right off the fucking track. What I wanted to do, I wanted to talk about this guy Joe, that I used to know in the diner, and Joe's a Brooklyn guy, and I want to do a piece in this. And I've been talking to Stewie about it, and I want to try and develop this. The idea is I'm this English guy that's been in New York. I'm an actor doing this English guy who's like, hey, lovey, he's one of the, or he could be like Richard Burton. He's an old English actor. And the point is that English actors have a certain way of talking, and they have a certain way and a rhyme and a rhythm. Any time you go wrong, you go into slow Richard Burton. Richard Burton is a man that never, ever, 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 ever steps on anyone else's line, and anyone else better not, for fuck's sake, step on Richard Burton's line, because there will be fucking trouble. There will be trouble. See, he wouldn't get that angry. He wouldn't be. Richard Burton is so cocksure of himself that he'd be like, there will, if you do upset me, there will be consequences to that upset. There will be repercussions. And you will not, sir, know that you've been fucking born. Do I make myself clear? Are we crystal clear? Do you get what I'm talking about? Do you comprehend what I'm fucking saying to you? He wouldn't get angry. Richard Burton never gets angry. He can look at you and just drive nails through your eyes with just a stare. My granddad could do that. I felt that stare. That stare of, how dare you interrupt me when I am the fucking king? I'm about to just answer the fucking university challenge question, and you ask me a question right in the middle of a question. With a question mark about a question about a question mark. When was the question mark invented, Grandad? When I'm trying to answer fucking university challenge and you fucked me up, and now I fucking don't know. I didn't hear the question, now I don't know the answer. And I'm like, well, you're not that good then, are you? Because I know what the answer is. And he said, what's the answer? I said, you're a dick. And when it came on, the answer was like something about Dick Emery. And it was like, you are... Who is this person? Who does he identify? He identifies as Dick Emery. He's a bit of a dick. I don't know. But anyway, you get my point. Although I can work on it and make that actual punchline be something. By where a child feels the absolute venom of a grandparent that really fucking doesn't like them. And yet, that same grandparent, my granddad absolutely adored me. My granddad put the radio on so that I could hear the Beatles sing She Loves You, Yeah, 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 when I was 9 months old. My mum tells me this. You were 9 months old, Stu, and you were singing Beatles songs. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so no, I'm getting off track. I'm going back to Stewie now. I wanted to talk about Joe. Joe's a Brooklyn guy, and I got this piece I want to work up where I'd be an English guy trying to do a Brooklyn accent and fucking it up. So that people like my mate Matty, I've got a mate Matty. Matt is so Brooklyn, dude. He can do the fucking Jerky Boys. He can do everyone. I love him. He's awesome. Not because he just does the Jerky Boys. I love him because he's just a lovely man. And I've had some great experiences with Matty. I love him like a little brother. I love Marky like a bigger brother. He's younger than me, but he's way more sensible. Too sensible at times for me. In fact, so I'm getting back to me and Mark now. I want to talk about Joe, the Brooklyn guy. So let me try and do Joe. So Joe is obviously connected to the mafia on some level. He's not a mafia guy. He was an old teacher. He's a teacher. And I think he taught gymnastics to girls. Like, when I say girls, senior girls. you know, I don't know. I can't really. I think about it a lot, and I think, I think Joe's a bit of a. He's a player. He's a charming snake. Have you ever seen a snake that's like, you look at it and you know it's a snake and you know it's going to bite you and you know it's dangerous, but you just think it's the most beautiful, mesmerising. Well, Joe's not that. Joe's not that beautiful, mesmerising, but he is amusing. Now, I'm walking along the street. I see Joe. First of all, I thought it was Peter because they just walk very similar. So I go, Pete, hey Pete, Pete. No fucking answer. So I'm like, well, I'm deaf. Maybe I'm not shouting loud enough. So I thought, no, you are. You know how loud it is. I can hear it ricocheting off the windows and stuff. I still know when something's loud and when it's quiet and stuff. Anyway, so I thought, no, it's fucking Joe. Hey, Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? I didn't say it, but I thought it. Hey, Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? And then anyway, so it's Joe. And for some reason, this is a guy I don't really like, but I feel enamoured. I feel like I've got to go around and shake Joe's hand. Joe, how you doing, man? I ain't seen you in ages. Like he's my fucking long lost pal. I really don't care that much. So I shake his hand. He goes, this is the mentality of a Brooklyn guy. Stewie, how you doing? Matt, go on in. He's like, this is the old restaurant. We used to, 3-star restaurant. We used to all eat in there. We got into arguments and fights and everything. It was the shit in there. It's so much fun. The Brooklyn guys, especially with me in there. I'm now a Brooklyn guy, but oh God, the conspiracy theories we came up with and the crazy shit. I used to love it in there. There'd be Robbie. Robbie's an ex-cop and Robbie's just great. And he plays guitar. So I don't know. He's just always happy, Robbie. I think he's on some serious drugs. Maybe not. I think he's an ex-cop though. I think he got out early. I think he got a bit traumatised by the whole thing. I think he might have been in an incident. No one's told me that. I'm just putting it all together. This is what I do. I sort of read people and think, oh, you're smiling a lot, but what's really going on? Like, people that smile too much, there's a mask on. Anyway, so no, I've gone on to Robbie instead of Joe. Joe, this is how Joe guilts me. He goes, he knows I like Robbie. He knows I like Murph. Murph's not in there. Murph's an ex-fireman. Murph's fucking great. Murph is like an Irish guy. Obviously, Murphy, he's an Irish guy. But, me and Murph get on great. I'm an English guy. We're not meant to get on, English and Irish. That's rubbish. Every Irishman I've met, I got on with. Every Irishman I've met is super fucking smart, super suspicious of governments, equal to me. I'm very suspicious. So I get on with Irishmen like a house on fire. I get on with Scots, but I don't know as many Scots as I do Irish. Anyway, so he knows I like Robbie. Robbie's in there. Stewie, go on in there. I'm like, Joe, I've got to go. Stewie, come on. Robbie's in there. Stewie, Robbie's in there. Robbie is in there. Your friend, you like Robbie, don't you? You like Robbie, don't you? Yeah, I love Robbie. He's great. Robbie's in there. He's your friend. What, you going to ignore your friends? What are you? What are you, Stunard? What the fuck are you doing? Dude, Robbie's in there. Maddie's coming down. Maddie will be there. You love Maddie. Maddie's like your little... You always tell us Maddie's like your little American bro. Maddie might come down. Matt's not coming down, Joe. You don't even know Matty. Stop fucking with me with this fucking Brooklyn guilt shit that I've got to go into a fucking restaurant that I don't have time to go into because I've got shit to do. And you're giving me the Italian that I'll get the fucking boys around on you. If you don't, like, Robbie's in there, dude, go in there, or I'll have your fucking legs broken. Fucking listen to Joe, your Uncle Joe. I'll set you down on my fucking knee, you motherfucker. I'll fucking, you know what, dude? You fucking got, Anyway, so none of that happened. The first bit did, but Joe did this whole guilt thing. But I got out of it. I was like, dude, I got to go somewhere. I saw Robbie the other day. It's all good. We're good. Robbie and Ed, and I saw him in the card shop. I didn't tell him that. I bought some cards recently. I didn't tell him that either. So I'm withholding information from Joe because Joe, it's not fucking... Who gives a fuck what Joe cares about? Anyway, so when I was thinking about Joe, I thought Joe reminds me of my friend Beef. I've got a friend Beef. Beef is like... It's so lovable. I haven't met anyone who this doesn't love Beef. I'm sure there are people. But Beef does this thing. As soon as I see Beef and he sees me, I go, dude. And he goes... Dude, dude, I'm so sorry. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I go, no, dude, I'm more sorry than you. He goes, no, dude, I'm more sorry than you. I'm so sorry, dude. Oh my God, I had no idea. I had no idea Joan was there. Oh my God, right in front of Joan. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've let you down. Dude, I want to cut out my heart and I want to just feed it to you little pieces, dude. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, beef, what's your fucking problem? What about eating your heart out? I don't need all that. I thought we were just playing. It's like, well, dude, I really am sorry. And I'm like, what have you got to be sorry about? He goes, I don't know. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry about something that I'm sorry that I'm not sorry about or something. I don't know, dude. I said, beef, you've either got a chip on your shoulder or you're a beef with the world. And if you've got beef and chips and it's on only one shoulder, you've got a very uneven beef to chip ratio. And if you need the chips evened up, or if you need all the chips knocked off, just take the chips off and eat up the beef. And then you won't have a beef with the world and you won't be sorry about everything. You'll be happy about everything. Everyone will be happy to see beef because he's no longer sorry. Anyway, see what I'm doing? I'm trying to like work in English actor. An English actor, lovey, you know, with all the voices, can do everything he needs to do. Can do the chin acting, can contemplate life. Taste the air. Thermometer. Oh, what have I been eating? What's that dog been? Have you been eating? Oh, no. Well, how did that get in my mouth? You did it. You put your cock all around. The dog went and put his cock all around my tea mug. Oh that's what I was making. I came back from the donut store. Orchetta. They do a thing there called orchetta. It's basically rice with milk and cinnamon. Read rocket fucking fuel for someone like me, because my thing is, you know, if you give me a sniff of a wine glass, I'm fucking flying. People go, oh, you're an alcoholic. Well, maybe. So you don't have to drink to be an alcoholic. I know a lot of people who have not drunk for years and they're serious alcoholics. And some of them, that's why they're angry. I think Jordan Peterson might be one of those people. Anyway, I'm going to do a piece on Jordan, but that's not, the time's not now. But the time is coming, and there will be consequences. See, I think I can drop in and out of character, no problem. I don't know if acting's all it's cracked up to be, but there again, I'm acting like an actor who might be acting a part of an actor who's in an action movie, where the action movie guy who says action is actually a guy behind the camera and not a guy in front, but yet he's calling action. He's calling for action from behind the lines. See, I'm going to start to work in code. There's a man, a director somewhere, a man behind the scenes who's calling for action, calling us to arms, to arm ourselves. What are you saying, sir? What are you saying in your film language that I'm not getting, sir? Sir, Actor stops, pauses, looks at the camera. You never look straight at the camera unless you're Laurel and Hardy. I could do Laurel and Hardy. No, actually, Laurel's... He's like... Fuck. This guy's so stupid. That's the other thing. When I come to do the music to this, not me, but the guy, I'm an actor working out am I still the actor doing the Brooklyn accents? No, I'm the English actor that's doing that, but the English actor that's doing that is not the actual actor doing the thing that's, we're off script, so there is a script, and the actor that's doing the stuff on script is ZephyR. ZephyR Woods, actually. What's that middle initial for? Zephyr? Why? Why do you want to know? ZephyR Y Woods. Why would anyone put Y before Woods? Well, you might want to specify some things about a woods, like what type of trees are in it. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. So what you're saying is there's actually a reason and a rhyme and reason for everything that exists. Everything is all in its place, and it is just so, and one must cross the T's and dot the I's. And when one does so, it is complete. And when it's complete, it's all said and done, and no one shall ever know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, see, I can break character when I need to, and I can go into it. What was I doing before I did all this little... See, the trouble is when I riff, I just go off, but I forget where I took off from. It's like when I worked as a... No, we're going back on script now, and I'm ZephyR Woods. I was doing my name, wasn't I? ZephyR Y. I haven't told him that it's about the yew tree, that it's a woods full of yew trees. Why is that important? Why? Well, the wise people among us, the English, know that all the longbows are made from yew trees. And if you've got a small woods or spinney and it contains a few yew trees date back before Christianity, before all the religions. In fact, they date back to the Druids. And you can go totally into Spinal Tap and go, the Druids, and nobody knows what they were doing or why they were there. And the cat's meowed and we don't know why. Well, a cat's got 9 lives and it meows because it goes, me, I get out, meow, I get out of here 9 times. Well, I get out of here 8 times, and then on the 9th I can stay if I want or not. See, if you as a human being, knew that you too had 9 lives, would you not? I mean, consider for a second. I'm going to break character just to ask a question. I'm going to ask this in a sort of very loose. I was going to go Hugh Laurie then. Sir, no, I don't want to do Hugh. I want to do Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry is not Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie is not Stephen Fry. They're both different. They are both their own entities. And see, now I've done Stephen Fry. I forgot the bit that I was going to try and do because I got so into like thinking about being Stephen Fry. So into being Stephen Fry, slowing everything down, considering that I might get a nice bit of cake and some tea. And I might even butter a crumpet if, I mean, fuck it, why not? I mean, I've done, I was back at the colleges, in the college days, in the old days when all the chaps used to like to be chaps, I was the chap to be chapped upon. I was Mr. Chaplin, they called me, Charlie Chaplin. You're a bit of a chap, are you? Fry or fry? I don't know, whichever way you want to fry your onions or goose your gander. My port is in anyone's storm, a haven, if you will, like a tax haven. A tax haven, a place where you can keep all your savings, keep all your secrets safe with me. I will take care of everything. That's the Stephen Fry I want to sort of put forward. It's like this guy that it's always interesting to listen to, even when he says absolutely nothing. He says it in an absolute way that makes a person think absolutely about every little thing that he said in an absolute finest detail. The word absolute is like, there's a vodka called Absolute, isn't there? So, once again, Absolute is going to lead you to believe that that's absolutely the best vodka ever. It's clear. Christopher Walken, clear, like the Foo Fighters, clear, like a clown, fucking clown funny. Brooklyn again. I need to get someone who can, I just watched Joe Pesci a few times. I can't, do you know that Joe Pesci was in a band, he plays the guitar. Joe Pesci is a guitar player. So already I like him, we're going to get on fine because he plays guitar. But here's the thing, he was in a band and he was in a band called The Disciples. No, that's Prince. He was doing Sign of the Times, Prince. That was Prince. Anyway, so, no, this is part of the act where I have to go off. If I suddenly remember there's a tagline to a song, like a Prince song, I've got to reference Prince and try and do Prince. Like, no matter how bad it is, I've got to do it, I'm not doing Purple Rain, no, I'm not doing... What was I just saying? Fucking hell, I hate when I lose the thread. It's, because it was really good. I felt like I was going somewhere. And then, just backtrack. Stephen Fry, Freya Fry, blah, blah, blah. We did all that stuff. Hugh Laurie, no, it wasn't Hugh Laurie. Move on. Where did Stephen Fry go? Oh, everything he says is interesting, isn't it? Absolute vodka. Did the vodka. Purity. Vodka and purity. What's that all about? I don't know. It's about people being led by wordage and visuals, like sound. David Bowie. David Bowie's sound and vision is the answer to that question. What you're looking for is like, whom is the artist, formerly named Prince? No, not that one. Who is or was Aladdin Sane? And you put your hand up, they go, yeah, sure, you're right. You just put your hand up, you own it. You're Aladdin Sane. Now, I'm actually doing a part now where I'm going to make out. Well, you don't know if am I Zephyr Woods? Am I the English actor that Zephyr Woods is playing that wants to do the American accent? Because I can do American, you know, can do all American accents. See, fucking English actors cannot speak American. Americans can do English. Johnny Depp fucking can do English very well. He's a little bit off on a couple of things, but he's frightfully good. And he's got a bit of fucking Keith Richards going on, isn't he? He's good, though. I like Johnny Depp. I know that he's taken a lot of shit lately, but Johnny Depp's a guitar player before he's an actor. I don't care what anyone says. When Johnny got told, dude, you're a really hot-looking man, you should get in Hollywood, you do very well. He's like, dude, I'm a guitar player. He goes, yeah, fuck that shit. There's no money in that. Not compared to acting. Get in there and do acting, and then you can end up in a band with Jeff Beck later on. And he went, are you kidding? And he went, no. If you do what you're doing now, you're going to be like another one. There's millions like you, Johnny, that look great, play great, but you're in a band and no one gives a fuck about rock and roll anymore because they've lost their minds. But here's the thing, and it is a thing. You'll always have rock and roll in your heart, and you'll always have music, and music is frequency, and the whole universe runs on frequency. So you're closer to the heart of the matter than someone who's acting like someone that's close to the matter. But the fact is you, Johnny, because you feel these emotions from music, you're going to find it easy to be an actor because you'll just tap in and you'll think, dude, when I play this song, because we've ended as lovers, Jeff Beck, for example, it's a really sad piece of music, and it's really easy to get melancholy. And I think Johnny, I don't know if he does this, but if I were an actor, or trying to be an actor, I would tagline myself of like what music makes me emotional, or what artists, you know, I could get emotional about Lou Reed because Lou's a friend of mine. You know, so if I need to cry and stuff, I can just think about me and Lou Reed, and I miss all my crew. I can easily go down that lane. Penny Lane is in my ears and up my nose, and I think you know what I mean. No, it's not. This is the thing. I've had 2 donuts and this coffee. That's right. I wanted to talk about the coffee. Tony's donut shop has really strong coffee. I've now started having it black, and I mix it with horchata, and I think I already told you, we did do it horchata already. It's milk, sugar cane. Is it sugar cane? It's milk, cinnamon and rice, but there's sugar cane in there, isn't there? I can taste it. It's like sweet as fuck. Tony didn't say there was sugar cane in there. They're putting cane sugar in there. Sugar cane and cocaine. Sugar cane in with fucking rice, in the horchata. No, horchata. Fucking hell. I put that into black coffee as milk, right? So it's got cane sugar, I think. It's so sweet, guys. It's fucking mental. Like, it's sweeter than a sweet little puppy's teat. If a puppy could have a puppy's puppy teat full of like puppy milk. And then you could put that on your cereals and stuff. That's how sweet. You know, cereals always make the milk go like gold. If you put like golden nuggets in, back in the day we used to put golden nuggets in the cereal. You people are all too young. None of you know. So I'm doing this. I break into bits that are going to be stand up. See what I'm doing. I'm just doing. I'm literally doing a train of consciousness. As things come to me, I riff on it, and I'm thinking, this is going to be like this character over there. This is for the stand-up. This bit's going to be when I get sincere. Yeah, not really sincere because I'm an actor. So you never know if I'm really crying, if I'm really sad, if I'm crying tears of joy, tears of pain. And what I've learned is that I can actually manipulate the fuck out of myself and just say, if I am sad, I turn it into tears of absolute joy. And I go, why are you happy, Stu? And Stu goes, why not? And I say, but how are you so happy? And he says, well, I've made a deal. And I said, no, you've not made the deal. What, the deal with the devil? I said, devil doesn't exist. You fucking know that. We've had that conversation. Devil, you put the word devil in a mirror, it just says lived. Do you want to live now, live? Live and live look the same, don't they? Put them both in the mirror, live and live means evil. So you can live life or live in the moment. You can live live in the moment, or you can be evil in the moment. You're still live in the moment. You can be living evil in the moment, and most people are at the minute. They seem to like it. Or you can just be living life or live right in the moment. Now, here's the thing. Living live right in the moment sounds great. I'll be spontaneous, be in the moment like I'm being now. Well, this is great. But what happens is if you don't, which this is a trait that the writer way back, Stewie, the guy that actually is running the whole fucking show, Stewie always used to look ahead for things. He was always in the future, and he was looking for things to fuck up, which is why he always had backups of amps, backups of this, because he played the gig. I lived the gigs a week before they happened, and I saw everything go wrong. I saw theatres catch fire. I saw amplifiers fail. I saw pedals break. I saw guitar cables get run over by imaginary steel wheels that just chop everything out. I've seen it. I've seen fucking forklift trucks run over power cables on Coldplay tour. I've seen like all the power go out. I've seen really bad things can go wrong in a rock and roll show. So I always try and plan ahead and see what's going to go wrong, and as best I can get plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's the same as a musical scale, which is no coincidence, people. You get the notes of a musical scale are just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but then you get A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp. It sounds hard, doesn't it? Well, if you've done A, B, C, all you're doing is that and a sharp. Now we can go the other way and go, well, then there's A flat, B flat, C, C. But in my mind, because it's flat, I'm going up to the note and coming flat. Now, only musicians are like, especially guitar players like Matt Brown, he's visualising. When I say Matt, I'm thinking A, then A flat, B, B flat, C, and C flat, which is at B, so it's already confusing. Then I go D, I know where D is, and it's D flat, so I'll come back again. E, E flat, F, F flat, oh no, that's F flat or E. But you've already done E flat, so if E flat, if the E has gone out of its house and it's now E flat, F can come into E's house. See, why people have this problem with like possession, it's not possession. E normally lives there, but E's fine if F has to come round and stay for a while because E's going flat. Or if E goes sharp, so if E goes sharp, then F can't come into the house because F has always, E, F, G has always got to be in that sequence. You can't have F, E, G, for example, E, G. I know you've got E and G there. See, this is where the English language and the English music language have problems. And what I've done is I've been able to decipher. I'm a cipher and a decoder, and I've decoded the whole music system. I can see it. I've done it in colour. No one else did it in colour. They did it on stave. It's all in black and white. They did it on the keyboard keys. That's all black and white. Even if you do it on a guitar neck. If you've got a Gibson neck, that's going to be a dark fingerboard and the strings are going to look silver. But if you've got a Fender neck, the strings are going to look dark. And if you get those strings, I once was working on Duran, and I got all the guys we got these strings, they were all black. They were coated black strings, and Nick Rhodes walked in and goes, dude, very Philip Stark. Dude, no, he didn't do dude. How does Nick talk? He goes, oh, very Philip Stark. He just said it. I can't do Nick Rhodes. Nor do I really want to do Nick Rhodes. He's a nice guy. I like Nick. I like all the Duran guys, even Andy. And I had a lot of laughs with Andy, I really did. But see, this is the thing. What I'm thinking is there could be people who write in and say, tell us stories about Duran on the road. Or some people want to know about Lou Reed. Well, I can invent characters to say it, or I can, because I can't do it in myself. If I do it myself, it sounds like I'm just name dropping. Oh, I did this, I did that, I'm fucking great. But that's not truly how I feel. The opposite is true, and people that actually know me know that that's true. That I always think, I just got by there. I was so fucking lucky. If they had any idea how little I know, and how I'm doing accents, see. See, I'm doing acting. If they knew how little I know and how much they think that I know, it's ridiculous, because honestly, I'm fucking winging it every day. Every day I was a guitar tech, I really didn't know what was going on, except when I did all the preparation, when I used to do the thing where I thought about the gigs a week before, and then they put us out on the road and I didn't sleep properly, so I had sleep deprivation, which makes me absolutely speed my arse off. It's like I've done fucking... Well, I haven't done amphetamines, but it's like being up for, like Lou's written in his songs, you know, how do you think it feels to be up all week on amphetamines? And he told me, and I can tell this story as well. I was in the office with Mick Rock and Lou Reed when they started discussing the drugs they took in the 70s. Yeah, that's quite a conversation. And I asked questions as well. They were, look how red I got so much sugar. Anyway, this is coffee or cheddar, right? So it's got cane sugar in it. It's got fucking rice in it and milk, all great, and cinnamon. But it's like that and fucking coffee. Do you see how I can ramp, not ramp, I can ramp this up. I'm actually trying to hold it down because I know that my brain, although I'm doing this whole thing, I'm having so many extensions on ideas because it's like I've done loads of cocaine. I've not. All I've done is this is Colombian coffee, I'm pretty sure of it. Where Tony might be Colombian, I don't know, but the fucking coffee is so strong. It doesn't taste strong. You drink it, you go, it just tastes like coffee, but fucking hell, it hits me like someone's just fed me fucking lines and lines and lines of something. But no, you know what? I don't like cocaine either. Lou didn't like cocaine, and I don't like cocaine. I tried it, and soon found that other people seem to like it a lot more than me. I got to a point where I was like, I don't know, it's good and all that, but it's not that good, and I just don't like it. Everything tasted synthetic. Everything had a like plasticky type thing going on. I just didn't like it. I just thought, I just want to go home. I'm going to go to sleep. I hope that this isn't permanent, is what I thought. And then I said to myself, of course it's not permanent. It's only like, if you're just smelling a fucking chemical over and over again, obviously your senses, that's all they're going to sense. But if you like come to your senses and get out of this place and you go home and you desensitize yourself, you can bring your senses, come back to your senses, have a nice hot bath. It's usually go sweat out some toxins, clean things out of your body, get back to ground zero. Ground zero for me is not ground zero, you know, where the fireman memorial is. I think I hate that thing. I think, anyway, I'm not going to go into that. It's going to upset too many people, but it upsets me immensely. Anyway, so how long have we been running on this for? I've still got chocolate to have. I've got coffee here, and I haven't even put it in the microwave yet. I've been drinking it cold, when in actuality I want to heat it up. My God, it's so fucking sweet. When I was a kid, I used to have tea and coffee, and I used to have 3 sugars in it. And they were really big spoonfuls of sugar, because I thought in the early days, as a kid, me and my sister believed that sugar was like the magic fucking super thing. We used to get Weetabix, and then put butter on the Weetabix, like proper butter, not margarine. We did have margarine for a while. It's fucking horrible. I hated them. How can you say margarine and butter? It tastes just like butter. And my cock tastes like a kipper. Well, it's a bit salty like one. Why don't you have a suck on it? It's pretty fat. Do you like chicken? Have a suck on this. It's foul. It's no joke. So they call it dad jokes. They're not dad jokes. They're 5-year-old jokes. I was telling jokes when I was 5 years old that I still tell now. I'm over 60 years old. I'm going to be 62 soon. And the same jokes still make me laugh, you know. They're not dad jokes. They were 5-year-old jokes that we've carried through our lives. It's just that we've got old and the younger generation think, oh, granddads are saying silly shit, aren't they? Well, granddads used to say silly shit when they were 5. And why are you not saying silly shit now you're 5 or younger? Why are you all so serious about stuff? Is my question to you, sir. I turn it back on you. I do indeed resemble that remark. I'm full of resentment. I'm full of anger and pain. I know what it is to have loved and lost. I know what it feels like to taste defeat, sir. I know what that feels like. It's not a nice taste. Much like having a camel shit in your mouth. I don't know, I'm going to throw shit in there like that. Well, when I say throw shit in there, I mean I'm going to improv and I'm going to talk about cocks and arses and shit and sick and... Because everyone, oh man, that's so sick. Have you ever eaten vomit? Eat some vomit and then tell me what that is. And I'll go, yeah, that's sick. And it's pretty sick that you're eating vomit and that you enjoy it that much. See, sometimes you can just turn it around. It's sick, like it's a sick joke that he's eating vomit. You've got to use the word vomit because vomit sounds fucking horrible. Sick is okay. Hey man, it's really sick. Hey, I'm sick, mum. I can't go to school. I'm sick. You're not sick. You're wanking off in there. I know what you're doing. You young boys. You don't want to go to school because you want to stay home and just wank off. If you're not wanking your cock off, you're wanking that guitar off. And if you're not wanking that guitar off, you're wanking yourself off mentally, or you're drawing art, or you're just pleasuring yourself in any way possible. You're mentally masturbating, or you're actually physically masturbating. And I'm like, I'm a fucking young boy. What do you want from me? This is what they made us like. They said